We're going to take a look at how to solve some of these, and our answer should be in radians here. So if we're to solve for the sine of x, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 1. So now we have 2 sine of x equals 1. Divide by 2. So we have the sine of x equals 1/2. Now let's see, what triangles would this be? Well, sine is our y value and it's positive. So 1/2 and 1/2. Well, that means our reference angles are 30. So let's see, 180 minus 30 is 150 degrees and 30 degrees, but we need these in radians. So 30 degrees is pi over 6. And 150, well, that's 5 times 30, so we have 5 pi over 6. So this next one we're given a cosine. We're not going to worry about this 2x. So an x value is negative. Well, we would know that that would be right here, and it's our x, so negative root 2 over 2. Well, we know these are 45. So let's see, 180 minus 45, so we have 135 degrees and 225 degrees. Whoa, it's a lot of 2's. So let's see, this is 3 times 45. So 3 pi over 4. This is 5 times 45 for 5 pi over 4. But you'll notice this is our angle, and right here we have 2x. So this is 2x. So to divide by 2, our denominator divides by 2. So we have x equals 3 pi over 8, and x equals 5 pi over 8. All right, number 8 here. So if we solve for tangent of x, we have the tangent of x equals negative root 3. And this is one where you always have to decide, is this a 30 or 60 degree reference angle? So if we try 60 here, root 3 over 2, 1/2. Opposite over adjacent, root 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. So we know it's a 30 degree, but it needs to be negative. So where is our tangent negative? Well, that would be here, because this would be root 3 over 2 and negative 1/2. And right here, because this would be positive 1/2 and negative root 3 over 2. So the opposite over the adjacent would be this value here, negative. So our reference angle is 60. So 180 minus 60, so we have 120. 360 minus 60, we have 300. And then in radians, well, 60 degrees, we know is pi over 3, so 2 times 60 is 2 pi over 3. 5 times 60, we have 5 pi over 3. So if we look at this next one, to solve for the sine of x, we have the sine of x equaling 1. Sine is our y value right here. So right here we have 0 and 1. So what's our angle measure right there? Well, that's 90 degrees, which we know is pi over 2. All right, we're going to take look at a couple more solving ones here. So this next one, if we were to solve for the tangent of x, subtract 3. So we have 3, the tangent of x equals negative 3. Divide by 3, so the tangent of x equals negative 1. And let's see here, tangent is negative 1. That has to be a 45 triangle, and it has to be negative. So this would be root 2 over 2 and negative root 2 over 2. And then here, root 2 over 2 and negative root 2 over 2. So we know these are 45 degree angles. So let's see, that's 135 and 315 degrees. So 3 times 45, so 3 pi over 4. And this would be 7, so 7 pi over 4. So there are 2 angles here. We're going to come back to 11 in a minute. We're going to jump to number 12 here. So 12 is a quadratic, so we can do the quadratic formula. So the opposite of b plus or minus the square root, b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. So let's see, this is 49, so that would be plus 32. So we have 7 plus or minus the square root of 81 over 4. So we have 7 plus 9 over 4 and 7 minus 9 over 4. Well, this is 4, so that one we won't use. And this one, -2/4, -1/2. So we're really solving where does the cosine of x equal -1/2. So cosine is negative. So -1/2, our x value is -30, so we have 60-degree reference angles. So that would be 120 degrees and 240. So 2 times 60, so 2 pi over 3. 4 times 60, 4 pi over 3. Now this next one here, it's a little bit trickier because we have two trig functions. So what we can do is we can rewrite it using the Pythagorean identity of this. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. So we know cosine squared. If we solve for that, cosine squared of x equals 1 minus sine squared of x. So we could substitute this in. So we have 2, 1 minus sine squared of x plus 3 sine of x. And we could say minus 3 equals 0. And now we distribute, so 2 minus 2 sine squared of x plus 3 sine of x minus 3 equals 0. Combine like terms, so -2 sine squared of x plus 3 sine of x, 2 and -3 minus 1 equals 0. And now we could do the quadratic formula again. So why don't you work on that and then check the answer on the answer key. All right, and then this last one we're going to take a look at here. Again, let's just solve for this part of it. So divide by 2. So we have the sine of x minus pi over 2 equals 1/2. Well, sine is our y value. So we have a 30 and a 30. So let's see, this would be 150 and 30. So our actual answers are pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. 5 times 30. But that's what this is equal to. So we can say this equals x minus pi over 2. And this equals x minus pi over 2. So to solve for this, we have to add pi over 2, but we need to have a common denominator. So x minus, that would be 3 pi over 6 equals 5 pi over 6, because 1/2 is 3 pi over 6. So pi over 6 equals x minus 3 pi over 6. And then if we add 3 pi over 6, we'd have it equal to 8 pi over 6, which is 4 pi over 3. And if we add 3 pi over 6, we'd have 4 pi over 6, which is equal to 2 pi over 3.